Hello, everybody. Cedric and Cedra here, CRWC, and we will be reviewing All Elite Wrestling Collision that happened mid yesterday. It's 3:02 in the morning, and I am trying to figure out why, Cedra, are you not going to bed?
I slept earlier. I'm not sleepy. I'll pay for it tomorrow. Let's rock.
Yeah, you got work in 3 hours. No, the 4 hours. You just begging for it, ain't you? You gonna be asleep during your lunch, your break. Okay. Hey, it's your body, your choice. So,
hell, man.
So it's Big Bill and Ricky Starks versus Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli. And I'm gonna tell you, when you see these two teams come out, the first thing you think is this is going to be a main event. And after watching this match, my note was outright main event level tag match.
Yeah, it was real good. I was really impressed with Bill's performance.
Bill did great. Danielson is working so hard to fight his training instincts.
Trying not to use that right arm as much.
Yes, he tried to go into the kick chop combination. He kicked, and then he had to freeze himself. It's like, oh crap! So then he had to switch over to the other side and then chop with the left arm, which he did well, but you could tell it wasn't as proficient. And the kicking, that I think he's just ambidextrous when it comes to that.
Ambidextrous.
Okay. Okay. I thought this was a really good match. You could tell Ricky took care of him. They did a good job. Bill took care of him. There was a couple of hiccups where he came down on that right arm, and I'm sure he's going to
hurt.
Yeah, he's going to hurt. Broken leg here. And when I ran on it after, I think it was my 5th month, yeah, that hurt. Just shoot me up with some Motrin, ibuprofen, or Tylenol, something. Just roll up the bear symbol and shove it into me, something.
Roll up the bear symbol.
It was terrible. But Starks won with the Rochambeau and a pin, preceded by a low blow that I'm not sure was a cheat.
I mean, see what it was is there was one of those crosshairs from a laser on Danielson's balls, and Ricky was trying to save him.
He tried.
He tried to save him.
He tried. He was like, dude, duck! And he tried to take the blow for him.
Trying to get him out the way.
And
Bryan didn't understand what was going on, so
yeah,
he didn't know how to work.
He did not know how to work. So then the Hung Bucks accept the challenge from Friday. Okay. Hobbs declares pain and destruction direct from the Book of Hobbs. Miro is angry that Hobbs is not humbled from their match. Miro is angry that God would bring his hot and flexible wife back to lure him back in. And then we get the Iron Savages versus FTR. I think it was a tag title match. Power and Glory finish. Cash gets the pin on Boulder. And after the match, the Workhorsemen, they enter the ring and they want a shot, and it's agreed upon. I like the Iron Savages, but they have become a little old school WWE style animated that detracts from their original straightforwardness. They're trying so hard to be sports entertainers when they need to just get back to what they do and wrestle.
I think I'm sure they're not dumb, and just coming out and wrestling isn't going to get them what they want from these fans.
These fans, they haven't even tried to impress the fans. They're impressing the boss backstage.
Maybe so, yeah. But they out there motorboating and, saucing and hossing.
I like their intro. I do like what they have to say and whatnot. Bear Country, the way they were, I I'm going to say minus the double stack finishing move for a splash. That's how they need to be. Come out and get the job done. I think that's the best thing that can happen.
They gotta jingle the keys.
Gotta jingle the keys, yeah. So then all of a sudden, dude says Collision, take 22. And I'm like, what? Question, 22 of what?
I don't know.
This promo? Current number of title promos until now? Total promos until now? Anyway, Shane Taylor walks in on Keith Lee and wants to introduce the newest member of the Shane Taylor Promotions, Lee Moriarty. He says he won't run from Lee, and Lee says that's the biggest mistake he'll ever make. Well, all right. So then we got John Silver versus Anthony Bowens. Silver gets on the mic and says he Googled scissoring and they've been doing it all wrong.
And everybody laughed at that.
Yep. And then also, only Bowens is allowed at ringside. Everyone else is barred. And so the crowd is not happy with that. Silver wins with a running knee strike and a pin. And I put the note, Uno did throw Bowens into the post first and then hide up under the ring from which he came. So, yeah.
I didn't see Uno do anything.
I saw him come from under the ring, and I heard the commentator say he threw him into the post. No, that's all I can do.
He was out there celebrating after Silver won. You know, you got to celebrate the wins in life.
You don't get many. So celebrate what you can. Kingston had an amazing promo against Claudio.
Yeah, you just have to listen to it.
You have to just listen to it. He's like, I know my demons, I push people away and then blame them for it. And he's like, you came here, you had nothing, you knew nothing. You were my friend, I invited you in, we did all this, and then you ignored me. You didn't do business with me. And he's like, you think you can beat me in New York? It's like, man, people up in New York, man, it's just misery up there. You can't beat the misery. You ain't gonna do that. And he's telling people, don't you edit this out. And he's also saying, and he's cursing up a storm. And then just to add that extra amazing oomph to the promo, he walks off talking trash.
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever seen someone mad, angry, and usually this, I'll be honest with you, this is usually for people that got melanin in their skin.
And usually at Offspring.
Yeah, usually at Offspring. Every once in a while, a significant other. But yeah, get mad and just walk off talking to nobody. Talking about the subject, but mad enough to talk to nobody about the same subject.
Ask questions.
Yeah. And sometimes answer it on their own. So I was like, chef's kiss on that promo. Cassidy and Hook are backstage. We should do a tag match. Okay. Grand Slam. Okay.
Eating Doritos.
Yep. So Aussie Open come out versus people.
Yeah, so somebody.
Aussie Open wins with a suplex, front throw into a powerbomb pin. Post-match on the mic, they make the match for Wrestle Dream on October 1st, FTR versus Aussie Open. Okay.
Whether they have the belts or not.
Yep. They talked. Fletcher talked about how he was able to beat these teams record time, and it's like, it's stupid to boast about beating a team quickly when you can't do that against FTR. Period.
FTR never wears matching gear unless it's a big match. Like they got a grab bag of FTR trunks, and then it's like, I got this one, and that's it. They don't try to match up or nothing.
Tony Storm sits with somebody, and she talks about how nothing is right. Am I wrong?
No, the lighting wasn't right. The lamp, which was ugly, and she was like, you can't trust anybody anyway, so.
It was one of those.
She was a damn old school Hollywood starlet. She was playing this to the bone. I'm liking it.
Extreme high maintenance. that level of high maintenance where you'd be like, if you weren't making me so much money, I'd throw you out that window. And the only problem I would have is we're not enough stories high. So Scorpio Sky versus Andrade El Idolo.
Neither one of them have instituted glute day, but I digress.
Really good match. Idolo worked the legs with dragon screws, and after the basement drop kick, he applied the figure 4, and then he set up, and then he bridged, scoring the submission win. Scorpio looked good on his return.
Yeah, it was a good match.
It sucked that he has to do the job, but he's good. Scorpio Sky wrestles completely different when he's going to win. That's his only tell. He wrestles faster and stronger when he's going to win. So, yeah. After the match, Bullet Club Gold walks out and antagonizes Andrade. And then Jay White gets on the mic and he gives everyone these awesome nicknames. Even Card Blade had a nickname. And then, what was it? Colton Gunn? Mm-hmm. He didn't have anything.
No, Colton had a good one. Yeah. Austin had nothing.
I keep getting them confused because Austin looks like a Colton.
Yeah.
They named them wrong when they were born. You should be able to just kind of get a program that ages your kids like 25 years. You'd be like, oh, okay, let's switch it. Switch it. They can find pictures and de-age you. They should be able to do the forward. They can do it on some. They can go like from 10 years and then get you to, I'd say, mid-teen or late-teen, but into adulthood, it's like hit and miss on those.
Yeah, he was just Austin Gunn. And he was
Colton sounds like his dad.
Yeah.
He's like guns up. And I had to look up at the screen like, wait, who? I was like, oh, snap. So, Jay White makes a match between he and Andrade. They're going to do it at some point. Shibata's voice actress says that he's coming to Wrestle Dream. So I guess that's cool. Then the Hardys versus the Righteous. Vincent with a body run up on Dutch into an ace crusher on Jeff Hardy and got the pin after a fairly decent match.
Yeah.
And after the match, Dutch is on the mic and then Vincent, he's on the mic and it's like, look, we're looking into people's eyes trying to find the truth. And I'm like, man, I'm liking this. Mm-hmm. The crowd is so angry that they beat the Hardys. They are not trying to hear anything.
Trying to hear that of it. They got all
as
kinds of heat.
soon as they pinned the Hardys, the crowd was like, no. I'm like, come on, y'all. These two right here can talk and y'all are missing it. Okay, fine. Ricky Starks makes a notice of Sabre Jr. having a video package while Starks is not even in Wrestle Dream. He challenges Bryan Danielson to a Texas death match, and he's going to put an end to the legend of Danielson. Okay. And then we've got TBS title match, Britt Baker versus the champion, Chris Statlander. And Statlander won with a side roll-up while the mandible claw was applied, as they call lockjaw. Mm-hmm. And look, I got to be honest with you. This match should have been awarded to Britt Baker on 2 occasions. Really. First, 3 finishes back to back. She's bound to get the damn Canadian Destroyer, which doesn't look good. I wish people would stop it. I wish they would stop it. No one's going to do it like Petey Williams. It's going to be tough because Petey made it seem like he was the one in control of that move.
5 moves need to go. I'll list them.
So you got your 5 set in your mind?
I got 5 moves that need to go.
Okay, what 5 moves need to go? Now, is it from everyone or
across the world, across the wrestling world? They just piff from memories that never happened.
Good grief.
Super kick, Canadian Destroyer, Insta-Goody in all his fucking forms, Hurricanrana, Frankensteiner. Away.
You're going to just, okay.
Away.
You obviously you got your reasons for it. I guess because they're just not winning.
Not to do with winning. It's just they're overdone and they don't do any damage. We don't have to get into the super kick. We don't have to get into that. Or the Canadian Destroyer. They've all been bastardized. What is the point of the Hurricanrana? So to drop you on your head? Nobody sells it. It's just a means to get them across the ring. Frankensteiner is the exact same way. And the Enziguri is a whole long way to go to do a lazy ass, nasty, ugly looking kick to the shoulder. Oh, the dangerous shoulder. We must kick it every match.
You're just sick of it, huh?
Yes.
Just angry.
Yes.
Just
bunch of bitch ass moves. They've been done to death. They've had their 20 years. They need to be put out to pasture. Aren't there moves done back in the heyday wrestling you don't see no more? That's where it need to be. Back in the heyday.
Britt Baker, she gets the destroyer. Then she gets the elevated butterfly face buster. That's 2 finishes in a row. Mm-hmm. Get the leaping single leg curb stomp to the back of the head, pushing the face into the mat. 3 finishes in a row. Statlander kicks out.
Yep.
Then she gets lockjaw, which is a move that no one technically survives. But she did this out of a half-ass Manji Gatami, which looked really good, that Statlander wasn't going to submit to. Okay. Nope. So then she applied lockjaw while on her back and standing, and broke her down to the mat. And I'm like, she should give up. She should give up. I mean, I get it. The champion is battling. She's champion mode, therefore she should sustain more. But this is her 4th finisher. And I'm like, come on, come on. But I get it. After Jade, they're trying to build her up.
They're trying to keep her up.
And they rolled, she rolled over, got the 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to tell you what I did like. After it was over, she kept selling the move. She was holding her mouth, holding her face. That's good. You survived the move. Still put it over. And she did. She did the right thing. That was good. But I don't like the fact that this is Britt Baker's attempt at a comeback and get away from all this crap that she's been involved with only to lose to someone. I don't like that aspect. I don't. But they're going to do what they're going to do. And these wrestlers don't have the knowledge, the wisdom, the temerity, and audacity to say, I'm not doing this.
This is stupid.
I'm going to do something else. They got to put their foot down. They're like, I'm not doing stupid stuff. I've already been buried. Now you're just trying to blow up the damn hole you put me in. Dead is dead.
Does it bust you up in the atoms?
Yeah. Like, we buried you in there with a crap ton of hand grenades. We're gonna light them up after we put you 8 feet under. And it's kind of like, what in the world do you want? So Britt Baker is going through the same thing Ricky Starks is going through, which is the same thing Lee Moriarty, Shane Taylor, Keith Lee, Swerve Strickland, Hobbs, and that's roughly it. Roughly, what they're going, the Kingdom.
The Kingdom.
They all get on the roll and then they get forgotten about. I'm telling you, watch out, because if WWE smartens themselves up and say, hey, these people are disgruntled. How about coming over here for this amount of money and being worth something? Man, you think they're not going to jump at that? And everyone knows how messed up WWE is. It's a messed up area. But WWE will put you on a certain map. Just a good bit. Put it like this. I put in NWA Ricky Morton versus Robert Gibson. I wanted to watch that match. You know what came up? A bunch of WWE crap. That's what came up. WWE. I tried to look up something of the adult entertainment area. WWE came up. WWE is the BBC of wrestling. You can look up power tools, internet stuff, and you'll get pictures of BBC. And I am not talking about the British Broadcasting Channel.
You know, I've never had that happen. I've looked up all kinds of stuff, and
I
have not had that happen.
I thought that was just a running joke in the first movie of Ted. And then it started happening. And I was like, okay, let me run CCleaner, clean everything out. Let's do that. Reset the computer. All that. Not reset as in everything in it, but, restart the computer. And nope, the same searches coming up. And I'm just like, come on now. So I've got to be very specific sometimes, and sometimes put the asterisk, period, asterisk. So it locks it in. Or quotes around the whole word.
I've never had that happen.
You're lucky it hasn't happened to you.
Do you have to get pages in or something?
It'll if I do like the search all, I'll see predominant like stuff that I'm really looking for, right? Mm-hmm. There might be some adult entertainment stuff here and there, but you got to scroll a ways to do it. But if I go straight to images, sometimes it's black dudes nether regions dangling in front of camera, and I'm just like, I didn't want to see this. Or it'll show some woman. It's oftentimes a white woman with her legs spread open, and I'm like, I really don't need to see this. I don't need to see any of this at this juncture. This is not good. I put in a search to find oh man, I can't remember what the name brand is, but it's Chun-Li Street Fighter 6. And I was like, I didn't even know this was out, and all I found was WWE. Mia Yim. And I'm just like, y'all name aren't the same. You don't look the same. I don't get it. So that's what happens. It's annoying. But yeah, they might want to go to WWE, and then I can look for some BBC and find Britt Baker.
No.
It sucks. But that's what it's going to be. Toni Storm came from there, but you think she won't go back? Adam Cole, you think he won't go back? He'll be sipping some sauce then. Ew. I'm just saying. So, I look, overall, this event was all right. We skipped a lot of stuff, but this was an all right event. It's just that Collision is going downhill. And I'm waiting for Time Warner Discovery to be like,
screw you guys.
Didn't we agree on something that you aren't upholding?
Yeah.
And Tony Khan be like, with cause though. It was with cause. It's like, yeah, cause you catering to them idiot kids back there. Cause you afraid to stand up to those that you call friend. Cause you
goddamn mark.
Yep. So that's what it seems like. So we're gonna get up out of here.
One more thing. Goon was not on the show. Y'all want to know why Goon wasn't on the show?
Why was Goon not on the show?
I think Goon wasn't on the show because he got his bell rung by a big old Timberland boot, and he need to rest his mushified brain just in time for the Grand Slam.
You think so?
Think about it. I told you he's always the one doing the promos for BCC, right? And if anybody else start talking, he jump in there, blood and guts and drinking souls. He didn't do that today. You know why? Because his mushified brain needs to rest for Grand Slam. His bell was
think he got rocked a couple of times?
B-rung. Yes. Y'all go back and look at that altercation where Ray Phoenix showed up talking about, I want you for this, that, and the other. Before that, he's struggling to put his shirt on. Like, him and that shirt were having some real issues, right? And then when he started talking, it's like nobody was home.
That's him every day.
But nah, man, he's always blowed up, and you know, like he's the master psychologist that ever lived in the wrestling business. But no, he was just standing there with his hands up, like, go back and look at it.
I'm not gonna disagree. I'm not, because I do remember him not having much to do or say. And I was like, what is he doing? He's doing the whole Fred Sanford got something on his back dance, with the shirt. But yeah, something happened. And if it was Big Bill, congratulations and thank you. You are a hero, a saint.
It was Big Bill. He put that big old boot upside his head.
Big Bill at this juncture is the greatest baby face in AEW.
Because think about it. Think about after the match. Usually after the match, he's gooning out, his shoulders moving, and yeah, I'm bleeding, I won, I'm bad, fingers everywhere. After that match, it won't none of that.
You gonna sell this?
It won't none of that.
All right then. Cool. And look, with that, everybody, we're gonna get up out of here. So this has been Cedric and Cedric for CR Wrestling Commentary. All Elite Wrestling Collision. And with that, y'all be good, be chill, be safe. We will see you next time.